Arafta episode 13. Promo 6. Imagine this. The episode does not begin with shouting, blood, or chaos. It begins with a memory. A quiet, unsettling memory. Young Ateş is sitting alone, playing with his small toy horse. The sound echoes in the background. Kat. This knocking is not just on a door. It feels like someone is knocking on the past itself. From the very first scene, the episode tells us one thing clearly. The past is coming back. Suddenly, the scene shifts to the present. Mercan stands in front of Ateş, her face calm but her eyes full of questions. She is not accusing him. She is testing him. She says quietly, "You still haven't answered me about finding Tahir. Will you help me, or not?" Ateş doesn't reply immediately. His silence says more than words ever could. Then he asks her, carefully, "Is Tahir really that important to you?" Mercan pauses. And then she answers, not with anger, but with honesty. If someone once brought a smile to your face, if someone made you feel safe, then you owe them something in return. That's what friendship is. That's what loyalty means. Then she says it clearly. Tahir is very precious to me. Very important. At this moment, the audience understands. Tahir is not just a missing person. He is a wound that never healed. A voice from the past interrupts the moment. "We sent their belongings to the summer house, Mercan." Then Nezir's harsh words follow like a storm. "Since you arrived, especially you, Mercan, you have brought trouble for everyone. But now you must leave. Forever." The tone of the episode changes here. This is no longer just a search story. This is about rejection, secrets, and guilt. Ateş tries to lighten the moment, but his words carry bitterness. Is that something to be proud of? Behave yourself, naughty cat. Stop scratching all the time. It sounds playful, but it isn't. This is a man trying to protect something buried deep inside. The story then moves to another layer. Mercan's uncle speaks to Haydar, his voice filled with old pain. "I remember our old days, brother. Do you remember what your brother did for you?" This single line hints at unfinished business. A debt that was never repaid. Ateş is later seen holding an old CD, lost in thought. It feels like we are very close to the end. This is not about the end of a search. It is about the end of lies. Meanwhile, Mercan's uncle secretly looks at his old scars. His expression hardens. "Did you really think I wouldn't recognize you, Tahir?" This moment hits like thunder. The episode quietly drops its biggest question. Is Tahir still alive? Mercan continues her search. She walks through unfamiliar streets, asking strangers, "Which house belongs to Tahir's family?" She shows an old childhood photo. "Do you recognize these children?" An elderly woman finally responds. "Tahir and Yul." I recognize Tahir immediately. He was like fire, restless, intense. After him, Asma and Salim had a daughter. This information does not clear things. It complicates everything. Mercan reflects to herself. Life goes on, but there are too many secrets. Too many contradictions. As if fate is mocking her, she accidentally bumps into Ateş. "Sorry." Then she looks at him closely and says, "Something feels wrong. I feel like there's something hidden here." Ateş walks away, speaking only to himself. "Let it go. Don't dig into this." But Mercan refuses to stop. "You help me or you don't. I will solve this mystery." This is the moment Mercan transforms from a seeker into a fighter. Ateş later confesses to his family. "We brought that man to trouble Haydar, but he became trouble for us instead." Every decision from the past is now demanding payment. Another shocking theory is introduced. Mercan's uncle says, maybe Tahir never died. Maybe he disappeared by choice. This line changes everything. Ms. Muzzian confronts Nezir confidently. "If you knew me even a little, you should have known I would come and speak to you myself." The women in this story are not weak. They are watching everything. Then comes the biggest revelation of the episode. Mercan's uncle looks directly at Ateş and says, "You are careless. That old Tahir. Now you are the powerful businessman Ateş Karahan. But my nephew doesn't know the truth." The silence after this dialogue is deafening. The uncle continues coldly, "In exchange for your secret, you will pay me a large amount of money. And I will keep quiet about the fact that you are Tahir Aslan. This is no longer about emotions. This is blackmail." Mercan speaks to Nezir on the phone, panic in her voice. "I can't reach my uncle." Nezir responds casually, "He's an adult. Why are you so worried?" But the danger is already close. Hyder later tells Nezir, "When he couldn't get money from me, it was obvious he would go to Ateş." Nezir replies sharply, "If Ateş gets involved, the entire game will change." Nezir meets Mercan. "Can we talk for a moment? Your uncle is at this address." But inside his mind, he thinks, "This time, I won't let you play the hero." The episode ends with one final, chilling line. Mercan's uncle says, "The person you were searching for was right under your nose, in between life and death, in Barzak." Cut to black. This episode doesn't just move the story forward. It shatters every illusion. Truth, lies, identity, and betrayal. Everything collides. And the most terrifying part? The real storm hasn't even started yet.